What if I told you the secret to that luxury lipstick in your purse started as a discarded cherry pit?
It sounds unbelievable, right? These seeds, Kakaro, thrown away by the millions every harvest season.
But inside each pit is an oil so precious, luxury brands pay hundreds of dollars per liter.
Today, we're diving deep into the mind-blowing industrial journey. From agricultural waste to coveted beauty essential.
Every luxury lipstick begins here. Cherry orchards spanning thousands of acres across 4 continents. Turkey, the United States, Spain, Poland. The world's largest cherry producers grow over 3 million tons annually.
But the cosmetic industry isn't interested in the fruit. They're waiting for what's hidden inside.
The pit, and more specifically fuchsia, the kernel inside that pit. A tiny seed packed with precious oil. Modern cherry farming is precision agriculture. Every tree monitored. Every drop of water calculated.
Farmers don't just grow cherries anymore. They're growing raw materials for a $100 billion beauty industry.
When cherries reach peak ripeness, the kernel inside has maximum oil content. Timing is everything.
A single large orchard produces over 10 million pounds of cherries per season.
And 10 million pits.
Different varieties yield different oils. Sour cherries produce oil with higher antioxidant content, prized by luxury brands.
Some orchards have produced cherries for over 50 years. Generational farming meeting modern cosmetic science. But the journey from tree to lipstick tube requires a transformation most people have never witnessed. Let's follow the harvest.
Harvest happens fast. Mechanical shakers release thousands of cherries in seconds. Time-sensitive precision.
Trucks fill in minutes. The cherries must reach processing within 24 hours. Freshness is critical. At processing plants, cherries are sorted immediately. Premium fruit goes to grocery stores. The rest, juice, jam, and pie filling. But the cosmetic industry doesn't care about the fruit. They're waiting for what the food industry throws away.
Pitting machines. They punch through each cherry, ejecting the pit. For food processors, it's waste. For us, it's the beginning.
Each pit weighs barely a gram. But inside that shell is a kernel containing up to 30% oil by weight.
Processing plants used to pay to dispose of these pits. Now, cosmetic companies pay to collect them.
The pits must be collected within hours. Left too long, they ferment and oils go rancid.
Every load is tracked from orchard to extraction facility. Cosmetic-grade oil requires complete traceability.
What was waste an hour ago is now raw material worth thousands of dollars per ton.
But these pits aren't ready for oil extraction yet. First, they need to be cleaned, dried, and cracked open.
The pit processing facility, where millions of cherry stones arrive every harvest season. Industrial scale begins here.
Each truck delivers up to 20 tons of fresh pits. That's roughly 20 million individual seeds.
First, cleaning. Vibrating screens remove remaining fruit flesh, stems, and debris.
Water washing removes sugars that would cause fermentation. Clean pits store longer and produce better oil. Clean pits still contain too much moisture. They must be dried before the shell can be cracked.
Drying takes 48 to 72 hours. Hot air circulates continuously. Rushing this step cracks the kernels. Target moisture is below 8%. Any higher, and the kernels mold during storage.
Dried pits are rock hard. That shell protects the precious kernel inside from oxygen and light.
Properly dried pits can be stored for up to a year, waiting for extraction when capacity allows.
A single warehouse might hold 100 tons of pits, enough to produce 50,000 liters of oil. Inside each shell, the kernel waits. The real transformation is about to begin, cracking open nature's tiny treasure.
The extraction facility, where cherry pits surrender their oil. This is where science meets nature.
Inside, the cherry kernel. Pale, almond-shaped, and packed with the oil that luxury brands desire.
Sorting separates kernels from shell fragments. Only pure kernels proceed to extraction.
Cold press extraction, the premium method. No heat, no chemicals, just mechanical pressure squeezing oil from kernel.
The first drops emerge. Golden. Fragrant. This cold-pressed oil sells for up to $400 per liter.
Cold pressing yields about 15% of the kernel's weight in oil. Premium quality, limited quantity.
Secondary extraction uses food-grade solvents to capture remaining oil. Lower grade, but still valuable for cosmetic bases.
The solvent evaporates completely under vacuum. What remains is pure cherry kernel oil. Every trace of solvent removed.
Even the pressed cake has value. It becomes animal feed or biomass fuel. Nothing is wasted.
Raw oil contains waxes, proteins, and compounds that must be removed for cosmetic use. Extracted oil is stored in nitrogen-sealed tanks. Oxygen is the enemy. It causes rancidity within weeks.
Every batch is tested. Fatty acid profile, peroxide value, contamination screening. Cosmetic standards are strict.
Approved batches proceed to refining. Rejected batches are downgraded to industrial applications.
But raw oil isn't ready for your lipstick yet. It needs refining to cosmetic-grade purity. That's next.
The refinery, where crude cherry kernel oil becomes cosmetic-grade luxury. 4 purification stages await.
Degumming removes phospholipids. Water binds to gums, then centrifuges spin them out. Clarity begins.
These gums would cause cloudiness and reduce shelf life. Removal is essential for cosmetic stability.
Neutralization. Alkali removes free fatty acids that cause irritation on sensitive lip skin.
Bleaching uses natural clay to absorb color compounds. The oil transforms from golden to pale yellow.
See the difference? Cosmetic brands demand consistency. Every batch must match the color specification exactly.
Deodorizing removes volatile compounds that cause odor. Steam strips them away under vacuum at high temperature.
What emerges is virtually odorless, colorless, and incredibly pure, ready for luxury cosmetic formulation.
Final filtration removes any remaining particles. Cosmetic oil must be immaculately pure.
Cosmetic-grade cherry kernel oil sells to beauty brands worldwide. Up to $500 per liter.
From discarded pit to liquid gold. But the oil alone doesn't make a lipstick. Now comes the formulation.
The Formulation Lab, where cosmetic chemists transform oil into the lipstick you'll wear. Science meets artistry.
A luxury lipstick contains up to 30 ingredients. Cherry kernel oil is prized for its moisturizing properties.
The base starts with waxes, beeswax, carnauba, candelilla. They give lipstick its solid structure.
Carnauba wax from Brazilian palm trees. The hardest natural wax. It prevents melting in warm weather.
Cherry kernel oil enters the formula. It provides moisture, vitamin E, and that luxurious glide across lips.
Our color. Luxury brands use FDA-approved pigments, some synthetic, some from minerals like iron oxides.
A classic red might contain 5 different pigments, blended to create the exact shade the brand specifies.
The 3-roll mill. It grinds pigment particles into the oil. Smaller particles mean smoother color application.
Proper dispersion takes multiple passes. Any grittiness means the formula fails quality standards.
All ingredients combine in heated vessels. Temperature is critical. Too hot damages the oils. Too cool prevents mixing.
75 to 80 degrees Celsius, held constant throughout mixing. Precision is everything.
Viscosity testing. The mixture must flow perfectly for molding, but set firm at room temperature. A touch of fragrance. Vanilla. Rose. The scent you notice when you open the tube. Luxury is multisensory.
Approved formulas move to manufacturing. But turning liquid lipstick into that perfect bullet shape, that's another challenge.
The formula is ready. Now watch how factories produce thousands of perfect lipstick bullets per hour.
The manufacturing floor, where liquid formulas become the lipstick bullets you twist up from their tubes.
Molten lipstick arrives at exactly 75 degrees. It must stay liquid until the molds are filled.
The molds, precision engineered to create that perfect bullet shape. Every angle calculated for smooth application.
Filling machines dispense exact amounts into each mold.
Too little creates short bullets. Too much causes overflow.
Each cavity receives precisely 3.5 grams. Accuracy within 0.1 gram. Consistency is brand reputation.
Filled molds enter cooling tunnels. Temperature drops gradually. Rapid cooling causes cracks and air bubbles.
15 to 20 minutes in the cooling tunnel. The lipstick transforms from liquid to that perfect solid form.
Cooled molds emerge, ready for demolding. The moment of truth. Will the bullets release perfectly?
Perfect release. The bullet emerges smooth and flawless. Any imperfection means rejection.
Thousands of bullets per hour, each one identical. That's the power of precision manufacturing.
But look closely. Tiny surface imperfections from the mold. They need to disappear.
Flaming. Brief exposure to controlled flame melts the surface microscopically, creating that glossy perfection.
See the difference? That glassy smoothness is what luxury customers expect. Flaming delivers it.
Finished bullets meet their tubes. Automated machinery inserts each one with precision alignment. Cap secured. The lipstick is physically complete. But before packaging, it faces the most rigorous inspection yet.
Quality control, where every lipstick proves it deserves the luxury label. 50 different tests await.
Color matching. Every batch must match the master sample. Human eyes and spectrometers both verify.
Texture testing. The lipstick must glide smoothly without dragging, skipping, or leaving gaps.
Visual inspection under magnification, air bubbles, scratches, color streaks. Any flaw means rejection.
Stability testing. Lipsticks endure extreme temperatures. They must survive summer handbags and winter pockets.
Microbiological screening. No bacteria. No mold. Lipstick touches lips and must be absolutely safe.
We're testing on human volunteers. 8 hours of eating, drinking, talking. The color should stay true.
Approved lipsticks proceed to packaging. For luxury brands, the packaging is as important as the product.
Nestled in tissue, placed in branded boxes, every detail says, this is special, this is luxury.
From discarded cherry pit to this, a $40 lipstick that started as agricultural waste. But what are the real numbers?
A luxury lipstick retails for $30 to $6. The cherry kernel oil inside? About 12 cents worth.
Ingredients total under $2. Manufacturing adds $3. Marketing, packaging, and brand premium? That's the rest.
But here's the sustainability story. Cherry kernel oil transforms waste into value. Millions of tons diverted from landfills.
Farmers who once paid to dispose of pits now earn additional income, creating economic opportunity from byproducts.
Major beauty brands now prioritize upcycled ingredients. Cherry kernel oil represents the future of sustainable cosmetics.
Cherry pits, grape seeds, coffee grounds. The cosmetic industry is discovering gold in what others discard.
From tree to tube, agricultural waste becoming luxury. The $100 million industry built on seeds.
A cherry blossom in spring, a discarded pit in summer, a luxury lipstick by winter.
Every time you apply that perfect red, you're wearing the journey of a cherry pit. From orchard to your lips.
$100 million. Millions of cherry pits. Thousands of workers. One perfect lipstick.
Now you've seen the incredible journey from cherry pit to luxury lipstick. The beauty industry will never look the same.